What's up, family? What's up, family? It's Jman Jones Reactions, man. And today, man, we got CUHMUNITY, man. I've been following them, like probably a little bit before that pandemic AD when he was on No Jumper. And I start off by saying, he was carrying No Jumper. It was just him. He was bringing all the people through. He the one really gave No Jumper his street clout, and Adam kind of jumped on top of that. But yeah, man, we're gonna get into this video. It's about AD and Adam 22. They was having a conversation. Let's see what they talking about.
You on there?
Can you hear? Hold on.
You on there?
Can you hear us, Adam?
Yes.
What's the deal?
What's up, Adam?
Hello, Punch Gator.
What's the word, bro?
Yeah, shout out.
What's the word?
How y'all living?
Man. Shout out.
We living good. We trying to get to the bottom of this, man. What's up with you?
I don't know. I just scarfed down some steak. I couldn't even wait for it to digest to call into the stream.
Fuck, was that a joke?
Yeah.
I shouldn't fly.
Well,
bro.
actually,
we trying to see what's up with you though. What's up
Yeah,
with
how
you?
you doing?
What's up with you in this Tuesday shit with AD? What happened?
Oh, okay. So,
see, that's how you know somebody about to lie.
I mean, I talked to AD about this earlier, and I expressed my sincere regret about the fact that he had to find out about anything critical that I had to say about him at all in such a, terrible way. Because, the thing that, the thing that was fucked up that I said was the thing about I'm sick of hearing the same fucking 4 jokes every week or some shit like that. That was like the rude thing that I said to Lush that I probably wouldn't have said to AD's face necessarily in that way. Even though, to be fair, that is kind of like one of the things that me and AD have gotten into it on the show about over the years. That's really where the tick meme came from in the first place. So, I don't know, man. I feel like I've never even been in this position before where I was having a conversation with somebody that I trusted, and then I got to find out that they were just blabbing it, not just to like one person, but to like a whole fucking room full of people that he doesn't even know. Like, I don't know, man. It's just
All right, look, Adam, that shit cool. That shit cool, right? Playing victim and shit. Everybody know that.
Shout out to Pun. Pun was on it. He was like, yeah, man, you a victim, man. All that victim talk, because a real man just get down to the business and get down to, yo, my bad, yo. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's fix that, especially when it comes to business.
I watched the show. I don't fuck with that victim shit. Nigga, you was talking about the nigga behind his back, bro. Why'd you even go to Lush? Why don't you just go to your mans? It's your mans, homie. Why doesn't it go to your mans and tell them how you felt? Why'd you go to Lush?
I mean, you're framing it as
I'm not framing it as nothing, bro.
Oh,
that's what you was doing.
Let me talk.
You talking shit about nigga? You don't tell me what to do, nigga.
I see it as
you talking behind Cuz back
with one of the co-hosts. I was having a conversation with one of the co-hosts about something that was, obviously a very big decision.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. I'm having some technical difficulties on this video. But, yeah, Adam, another thing, he was orchestrating a lot of stuff I noticed. Little beefs and stuff, putting people here and, like booking people. Because I was following them real heavy. I was like really following them, watching their stuff like almost every day. And And like I said, AD was the one carrying it, so it's just funny him trying to debate that. You know what I mean? It's funny hearing him just trying to debate that. And like, ain't nothing happened and he ain't have no role in, what was going on.
That I was considering making.
So why didn't talk to AD?
I mean, I was talking to Lush about it before I had the conversation with AD, because I had been thinking about having the conversation with AD for so long, and I thought that Lush was somebody that I could, have the conversation about while I was contemplating this big decision. I thought that I was talking to somebody that would never fucking repeat that shit to anybody, and I didn't even think that needed to be said,
But you do understand that shit wouldn't have got repeated if you would have just went direct to AD with it. That's all I'm saying. That's your man. That nigga, he stuck it out with you in the mud during quarantine, all that shit. Why doesn't he go to him direct, bro?
True.
That's all I'm asking. Why didn't go to him direct?
The fact that I consider AD a friend, and the fact that I have loyalty to him as well, and that I still wanted to continue to work with him on the at the end of the day shit, on the We Hungry shit, etc. That's why I even felt the need to try to find or to have the conversation.
This game, you're not ready.
With Lush about the fact that I was considering making this very big decision,
No, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure out why you just go to your mans. You know what I'm saying?
So
if I got a problem with AD, I'm not gonna go to Flacco. I'm not gonna go to
the same type of way. Me and you supposed to be way better than that.
That's all.
Yeah, he said they supposed to be way better than that. That's true, because I remember when, AD was coming through, he was stopping a lot of stuff. Like, it was a lot of stuff with Flacco and them. Flacco, he had that little problem he had. He stopped that. And he didn't, just his presence there stopped a lot of stuff. Because they probably would have thought, like, oh, let me try him if no jumper if. But AD was up in there. So a lot of stuff, people don't understand, a lot of stuff was being, backed off and shut down just because AD was there. So, yeah, man. So it's a lot of stuff with that, man.
I forgot why you didn't go to him.
Better than that.
That's your mans, bro. You can talk to your mans.
Like, nigga, I'm prepping for your wedding right now.
Let me just say this. So when you guys canned the other guys, Crazy Cut and the other dude off the show, did you guys have a conversation about that?
We had a real conversation.
Hell yeah.
That's why they was canned.
Okay, so that's what I thought I was doing when I was talking to Lush. It turned out I was talking to Lush and a whole fucking Discord chat, but I thought I was just talking to Lush.
Yeah, but we didn't go to nobody. We went to them direct. You feel me? We didn't go by.
No, but you guys had a conversation about it before you went to them, right?
Nah,
that's what it was.
We had
an internal decision.
No, we had a conversation on the spot. We had a conversation on the spot.
Was it shit talking when I asked Josh what he thought about it behind the scenes?
Hey, we had a conversation on the spot with them. On the spot.
So you're saying it's
right after the stream. Right after the stream.
In advance.
Yeah, it's your man's, homie.
Talk to your friends about a decision that you're making.
It's your man's, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, and I was talking to my other mans about a big decision that I was considering making business-wise.
Listen, man, Lush just came around, bro. Lush just came around, bro.
Point. That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this is your man's, bro. This who got in the mud with you, bro. When
he not trying to take responsibility. Like when he say, "Well, that's your man's. Why you ain't go to him?" He like, well, he like, but you could have went to him. Are you? As soon as he just said, "Yeah, you right. I could have went to him." It'd have been, I shouldn't have told him nothing. I should have told AD. All right, bam. A lot of stuff would have been shut down, but that can't take responsibility stuff, that's what be making everybody upset.
All the shit was kind of like, going down for no jumper, and it was just kind of stuck at a weird space. He got in the mud with you and helped you. and did what he could do and put it on his back with you. Check on y'all beefs, did all that shit, real nigga shit. So you can at least give him that respect to talk to him like a real homie and not go confide in a nigga who just started working for you a year ago. You feel me? And have to hear it from him at Discord. That should look crazy, my nigga. You feel me?
Well, the Discord part, I agree, is fucking insane. But, you know, it's like at the end of the day, I was just having a conversation about a big decision that I was considering making behind the scenes. I mean, this is the fact that it got out there is fucking insane. But let's keep in mind, why did it get out there? It got out there because loose lips sink ships and Lush has a fucking big mouth.
Hey, man. Shit should have went straight to AD is all I'm saying.
Man, listen, at the end of the day, nigga, you know how that nigga, my mama heard that shit too, nigga. That shit is foul as fuck, Adam. I'm gonna keep it gangster with you, bro. Nigga, I would never ever in my life do that if I ever had a problem with you, I come to you all the time. I tell you this shit.
But bro,
I always do that shit, bro.
Bro, the fact that I have so much love for you is why.
Nigga, if you had love for me like that, bro, you would have came to me like a man and said, AD, I ain't feeling your performance right now. Nigga, step it up or we gonna replace you. Keep it gangster. Let your nuts hang.
We had that conversation.
We ain't never had that conversation, bro. You have never had that conversation with me.
We have had that exact conversation.
You ain't never had that conversation with me, bro. You ain't never had that.
You and Lush in the office. You and Lush were in my office a couple of months ago, or maybe a month ago, having that exact conversation.
That's because of the blowback of the other shit. You was threatening to cancel all the shows. That had nothing to do with AD.
No, we had a meeting where we tried to have a conversation about the quality of the podcast, and I'm going to be real with you, you weren't terribly receptive.
What do you mean?
I mean, you just seemed to think that it was all good, and I was suggesting that I felt like we had to work on shit, and I just felt like I wasn't really getting like a real conversation about how we were going to do so.
The problem
so at a certain point, I kind of, and let me be real too, is like the whole thing was that I had somebody else that I wanted to bring onto the show, and I wasn't, you know, I didn't feel comfortable adding a fifth mic, and that's why I was fucking going through it in terms of like being just stressed the fuck out about even having that conversation with you.
Did you know that you could get $50,000 to over $150,000 of investment capital at?
I want to listen to him talk real fast.
Adam, since day one.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
But you see now, you was finna, well, you got rid of your mans and you was gonna keep a snake. These is your words, you call him a snake. You got rid of your mans and you gonna keep a snake?
Hey, that's fun when I agree. I agree. That's exactly how I feel right now.
Come on, man.
Hey, man.
And I'm gonna keep it real. I told you this earlier. Since day one,
he deflected.
You never wanted me on a Tuesday show. Let's keep it real. You said, hey, you're temporary. Listen, you said temporarily until y'all find a replacement for Cam Girl, AD can stay. Then later on, shit started going good. Then it was talks. It was like, well, maybe we should go another direction since you got Wednesdays and it's being successful. Then it's like, nigga, once again, it's like, nigga, you never really wanted me there at the beginning in the first place. And I'm all for business.
We gave it a shot for 3 years, and then I wanted to try something else.
Nigga, you don't think I brought nothing to the table or bought viewers and niggas?
Look, he said we tried it out for 3 years. No, AD was running it for 3 years. He helped you out for 3 years. That's what happened. Like, you know what I mean? He bought, like he said, he bought the viewers. He's bringing everybody over there. He bought T-Rail over there. Shout out back on Fig too, man. But he bought a lot of people over there. He bought a lot of, a lot of gang members and all that stuff. That, people from his crew, OG Suicide and all that stuff. He bought people over there. So that had, platforms on his platform. I mean, shows on his platform. So, you really got to think about that.
This is fucking with me on the Tuesday show?
No, I'm acknowledging your contribution. I'm just saying that I wanted to try something else.
And, okay, and all you had to say was, hey, man, we're going to try something else. But, nigga, try to kick me out and keep my mans on there?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, I wasn't exactly optimistic that T-Rail was going to be down, just because I know about the fact that you guys are tight and that he,
That's
him
crazy.
saying would have been a fucking weird ass look. But that is what I said. I showed you the conversation that I had with Lush, and in that conversation, I said, yeah, I don't know, it's probably not going to happen with the T-Rail thing.
Yeah, but and I feel like all that is a result of what the fuck that we doing outside of the fucking channel.
Let's talk about it. Is it, Adam?
There's some truth to the fact that I feel like you doing like 5 streams a week or whatever was kind of making it to the point where you weren't necessarily super talkative on Tuesdays, and you weren't really even like coming.
He said he was doing 5 streams a week. Yeah, he was on that all the time. That's what I'm trying to say.
Table with a whole lot of shit, which is, in the beginning you were coming in with, it was actually kind of absurd. You were going crazy in the beginning, saying all kinds of crazy shit.
And you know what you did?
What?
Every time that I was being myself and saying some shit, you told me I shouldn't do that no more. That's a tick. Don't make this joke. Don't do this. Don't do that. So I tried my best to sit there to follow the rules that you wanted for your podcast while still contributing and keeping that shit, bro. When that shit was golden and it was cool, it was all the crazy shit that I would say, the shit that I would mutter out, house phone laughing, you sitting there having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
You told me, stop doing this. This is bad podcasting. This is a tick. This is this. This is this. This is this. This is this. So I'm sitting there like, you know what? This the nigga that know that shit. He want me to be better as a podcaster. Maybe I shouldn't blurt out shit. Maybe I shouldn't say no funny shit. Maybe I shouldn't do this and maybe I shouldn't do that. And then you get a product now that you don't like. But instead of saying, you know what? I don't even fuck with that shit. Whatever, nigga. Hey, you out of here. They ain't how homies do each other, man.
That's crazy.
I mean, my whole thing is that I wanted to put somebody on the podcast, and in order to do so, I felt like I had to take somebody off. And, these are just, like, this is business shit. Like, it's like, in terms of who's on the podcast.
See, he trying to switch it, because if that little situation ain't happen and Lush ain't never say nothing, then he would still be coming on the show. That's the whole thing in the nutshell. That's the whole thing in the nutshell. He would still be coming on the show.
I got to be able to make the decision about who I want to have on my podcast, and it can't be some weird like loyalty thing where it's like, oh, this guy's been a good friend to me.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about you keeping me on a Tuesday podcast. I care about nigga supposed to be my homeboy. Nigga, if you gonna make a business move.
If you want YouTube growth, it's important to use a strategy that works. You have.
Yeah, so.
Do your business move. Do what you gotta do. But don't talk behind my back and don't talk to a nigga you just met and don't have motherfuckers sitting there saying that shit. That make me look crazy. That make it look like everything. That make it look like everything that I did. And anytime something get cracked, listen. Every time something get cracking in that office, who the first nigga that go outside and do this shit and ready for whatever?
Is it you, Adam?
Right. So
no, I'm asking.
Is it you, Adam?
I'm asking on some real shit.
You don't go over that. Don't go over that, because him being like that, they kept your thing safe, man. Your show safe. What if they'd have took you out like they was about to do that one time, Adam? You know what I mean? It was about when the dude ran up on you in the office. You know what I mean? AD was pushing back a lot of that stuff, him and his people. That's what I'm saying.
How can you fault me for trying to have a conversation with one of the other co-hosts behind the scenes about something that
Is me and your relationship like me and his relationship? I like to think that me and you are deeper than all these niggas.
No, but he's one of the other people who's on the podcast, so I was having a conversation with him about it that was supposed to be private. Like when you see that conversation, it's like obviously because just to be transparent, I showed you the whole.
That's bad. Everybody just shaking their head because you're not being straight up, bro. Everybody know you're not being straight up. You know, even though you're not being straight up, you're just doing stuff because that's who you is as a person.
Fucking conversation, even though I didn't want to, just to make it perfectly clear what was going on.
Bro, at the end of the day, I didn't want none of this shit to happen. I didn't want none of this shit to be like this. I was sitting there gonna be cool about the situation, keep the shit pushing. But now I'm like, do a nigga even value me on the fucking platform?
I do value you on the platform, but that's why I contemplated this decision for so long, and I fucking thought about.
You look at AD, he mad as shit. He like, yo, I should never gave that man all that attention like that. Yeah, that's regret. That face right there, that's regret.
About it, and I even felt the need to confide in somebody like Lush about the decision that I was contemplating, because I knew that I was walking this fucking tricky ass tightrope where I wanted to do something different with the Tuesday show while still doing the Wednesday show, still doing We Hungry, still whatever. And I knew that it was going to be difficult for me to get that point across to you without you taking it as disrespect about the Tuesday show, you know?
Nigga,
so it's
I'm a man at the end of the day.
It was a tough conversation.
I'm a man at the end of the day. I learned a lot. Since the day that I came in that building to who I am now as a person is two totally different people. I've learned a lot.
I agree. I've seen the growth, and I respect it.
I'm not about to act like a nigga, bro. I'm not gonna give anybody the satisfaction. I ain't gonna give nobody the satisfaction that be exactly who they think I'm gonna be.
We will.
They gonna label me all type of shit, and that's not what happens in business.
Stupid. He said we will.
Business and shit. So if you would have told me on some real shit, I'd have said, you know what, Adam, that's your decision. Because when you first said it to me, what did I tell you? I kept it professional, didn't I?
Right, but then what happened after that? Because I was, this is the crazy.
What happened after that is the niggas is sitting here saying this shit about me, saying shit about me in the Discord. That's the only thing that happened.
That's what I'm saying is, whose fault was that? It's fucking Lush's fault. Like,
I'm not blaming nobody
for today.
How you gonna say it's Lush's fault? Listen, bro, it came out your mouth. That's what I'm saying. Personal accountability. Personal accountability. You ain't got it.
Bro, at 2 p.m. or so, I kind of had it in my head. At 2 p.m., I'm going to hit AD up, and I'm going to get on the phone with him and do a little temperature check and see how he's feeling about everything, just because I didn't want to go into this week with me not knowing 100% how you felt and you not knowing.
Would you like to build generational wealth by becoming your own bank? This solution has been around for over 100 years.
Knowing exactly how I felt. And then instead of that, when I hit you up to have the conversation, I found out that the one thing that I had said to Lush about the fact that I was considering making this decision had already been leaked to you by somebody that we don't even know, people we don't even know in real life, who he was fucking talking about my personal business to.
And bro, at the end of the day, like I said, you should have just came to me. And my thing is too, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. I wouldn't.
Hey, look. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. At the end of the day, should have came to that man, talked to him like a man. But it is what it is. But man, listen. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to CUHMUNITY. Shout out to Back on Fig. All y'all black podcasts, you know what I mean, that's doing well. You feel me? Shout out to y'all. But yeah, man, this one more on Jman Jones Reactions. We out.